Hello everyone, my name is Mubarak. Today we'll talk about software attack. Malware is software used or programmed by attackers to disrupt computer operation, gather sensitive information, or gain access to private computer system. It can appear in the form of a code, script, active content, and other software. Malware includes computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, rootkit, keylogger, spyware, adware, and other malicious programs. The majority of active malware threats are usually worms or Trojans rather than viruses. Let's move to understand malware more. The first point is email viruses. Most email viruses rely on the user double-clicking on attachment. This runs a malicious code that mails itself to other user from that computer. Any attachment that you open on your computer could contain a virus and infect your computer, even if the extension appears to be safe, such as .text, .document, and .jpg. Some viruses can infect user as soon as they open the email. These viruses may compromise your computer security or steal data, but more often they create excessive email traffic and crash servers. Next, we will discuss both sector viruses. Both sector viruses are mostly spread through infected storage devices such as USB drives. When your computer is turned on, the hardware checks out the boot sector program, which is program the computer run when it's started up. This is generally located on the hard drive, but can also be on a storage device such as a DVD or a USB drive. A boot sector virus replaces the original boot sector with its own modified version. Upon your next start up, the infected boot sector is used and the virus becomes active. It can then read or modify any files or programs on your computer. Then we are going to talk about adware. This type of intrusive software displays advertisement on your computer. This usually comes in the forms of banners and bubbles when an application is unused. Adware can become a serious problem if it installs itself into your machine. It can hijack your browser, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, or Safari, for example, to display more ads, gather data from your web browsing without your consent, and prevent you from uninstalling it. The most common issues with adware is that it can slow down your internet connection or render your computer unstable, as well as distract you and waste your time. Spyware, while technically a form of adware, spyware has as its primary function the collection of small pieces of information without user knowledge. One form of spyware, called a keylogger, actually monitor everything you input into your computer. In addition to monitor your input and internet surfing habits, spyware can interfere with your control over your computer by installing additional software, redirecting your browser, changing computer settings, and slowing or cutting off your internet connection. Here is some general virus behavior. Viruses come in great many different forms, but they all potentially have two phases to their execution: the infection phase and the attack phase. Infection phase, when the virus executes, it has the potential to infect other programs. But attack phase, many viruses do unpleasant things such as deleting file or changing random data on your disk. Some viruses do less harmful things such as playing music or creating messages or animation on your screen. One self-reproducing program creates copy of itself. One that spread using email address books are often called viruses. A worm is a self-reproducing program that doesn't infect other program as a virus will, but instead create a copy of itself, and this creates even more copies. Worms are usually seen on network and on multi-processing operation system, where the worm will create copies of itself that are also executed. Each new copy will create more copies, quickly clogging the system. Finally, some DOS attack. Ping broadcast. A ping request packet is sent to be a broadcast network address where there are many hosts. The source address is shown in the packet to be the IP address of the computer to be attacked. If the router to the network pass the ping broadcast, all computers on the network will respond with a ping reply to the attacked system. The attack system will be flooded with the ping responses, which will cause it to be unable to operate on the network for some time, and may even cause it to lock up. Smurf, an attack where a ping request is sent to a broadcast network address with the sending address. Spoofed, so many ping replies will come back to the victim and overload the ability of the victim to process the replies. That's all about software attacks. Thank you for listening.